Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Ron Wilkerson. You know, I've been thinking about this for quite some time, and it's so ironic that I was flipping through YouTube this morning, and I came across a video from Photoshop Cafe, which basically outlines exactly what I was thinking about on yesterday when I was doing my live. If you guys are familiar with frequency separation, you know, normally how we do frequency separation is that we separate the high layer and the low layer of an image. So let's say, for instance, we run our basic frequency separation here, and this is 16-bit, so let's just go ahead and run this real quick. I'm not going to worry about the settings. I just want you guys to see this really quick. So what you wind up with is a high layer and a low layer. So your high layer is where all of your texture resides, and your low layer is where all of your colors reside when you're doing normal frequency separation. So if we turn off the high layer, all we get is the texture. And if we turn off the low layer, if we turn off the low layer, all we get is the texture. If we turn off the high layer, all we get is the color. So what I was thinking about, I'm just going to remove this group, and I'm going to add a LUT. And basically, this is exactly what I just saw Photoshop Cafe do the exact same thing. But I wanted to bring it to you guys because that might not be a YouTube channel that you guys are following. I do suggest that you do follow Photoshop Cafe. There's a lot of really good information there. So we're going to go down here, and we're going to choose a color lookup. So basically what we're doing here is we're going to be applying a LUT to this image. So we go to our drop down, and we would go down and select whichever LUT that you have stored on your system that you want to use. So I'm just going to go here and pick this signature one, number 4, and we're going to jump to full screen real quick. And I'm going to turn it on and off so you guys can see the difference between the LUT. So that's without the LUT, and that's with the LUT. So standardly, the only controls that we have when we apply a LUT is that we can adjust the opacity or the fill. So if we go here and we adjust the opacity, we could bring it all the way down to 0, and there would be actually no LUT applied to this image. Then we could then gradually bring it back up to wherever we want, but the only thing that we're actually doing is adjusting the opacity. Okay, so this is what I was thinking too, related to frequency separation. So if we duplicate this layer, Command J, so now we have 2 versions of the LUT, and you're going to see it's going to duplicate. And you can use this also if you want to enhance some of the LUTs. But what's more important here is separating these 2 LUTs so that you have a high layer and a low layer, or basically a color and a tonality. So let's say with the bottom layer here, LUT, we're going to set that to luminosity. And then the top one, we're going to set to color. And then as you see, when you see them combined, you just see the same thing similar to what we see with frequency separation. So we're going to select the 2 of these, and we're going to put them in a group. And we're just going to call that group LUTs. And if we turn it off, we lose our LUT altogether. And then if we turn it back on, you know, there's our LUT. But what this gives us the ability to do is that we can go in now and adjust them independently, the luminosity and the color. So you could go in here and you could say, well, I want to bring the luminosity down to maybe 25%. And then you can go over to, you know, your other setting, your color, and you may want to bring that only down to, say, 50%. And it gives you a little bit more granular control of your LUT and how it's going to be applied to your image. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I thought that a lot of you guys would be really interested in learning, you know, something like this. Again, like I said, this morning I was watching Photoshop Cafe, and he basically described exactly the same thing that I was thinking about related to how we're using frequency separation and those techniques, and how those same techniques can be used in multiple different ways and applied to different images. All right, guys, I just want to do a really quick video and get this information out to you guys, and I'll be posting this on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, maybe a couple other places. But if you're not following the channel as of yet, please do so and subscribe, ring that bell so that you'll be notified every time I post new content like this. And follow me on Instagram and Facebook and so on. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow live at 7 p.m. on YouTube. Have a great day. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Take care of your loved ones and get out there and create something amazing. Peace. I'm out.